Once again, good day, everyone. And we are now in the last lesson for Chapter 4. Lesson 4.8 will talk about business and consumer loans. Let's start by reciting today's memory verse. It's found in Proverbs 22, verse 7. It says, "The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is a slave of the lender." Now, your boosters will be about loans. And here's the main question. Is having a loan an advantage or a disadvantage? A loan is a borrowed money and it needs to be repaid with an interest. Do you think having loans is an advantage or a disadvantage? You need to explain your position. At the end of today's class, you'll be able to illustrate business and consumer loans, distinguish between business and consumer loans, how are they different and how are they the same, and solve problems involving business and consumer loans, including amortization and mortgage. Now, our venture activity today is very common. It's about home credit. Like, have you heard of home credit? Whenever people would have a new phone, oy, wag mo cellphone. The answer would be, home credit lang. Or, bagong laptop, bagong ref, bagong TV. The answer would be easily said, home credit. So have you heard of home credit? Nowadays, people can have cellular phones, refrigerators, laptops, and other appliances through home credit. It even offers cash loans. Like every day, my phone would ring and, "Oh, ma'am, this is from home credit. We're offering this amount for a cash loan." It's bugging me every day. Home credit is a global non-bank financial institution for loans. It was founded in 1997 in the Czech Republic and headquartered in the Netherlands. It lends to people with little or no credit history. Let me say 2 minutes of your time and you'll get your loan. It offers loans for personal and business purposes. In 2007, Home Credit was the second largest consumer lender in Russia. In 2010, Asian countries such as China, India, Indonesia, Philippines, and Vietnam availed of its loan services. So check on the internet or ask somebody or your mother, your father, your sibling about this. What stores in the Philippines have partnered with Home Credit? Let me give you one. Robinson's Appliance. So check for the rest. Let's define, what is a consumer loan? A consumer loan is a loan given to consumers for personal, family, or consumable items. Anything personal, it's consumer loan. Like example, you want to have a car loan, it's a consumer loan. You want to have a house loan, that's a consumer loan. You want to have a laptop loan, a refrigerator loan, a TV loan, a cell phone loan, that's a consumer loan. Anything that is personal. A business loan is a debt that a company must repay according to the loan's terms and conditions. But if you are applying for a loan for your company, the company is the other party, then we call it a business loan. Now, what's the difference between a business loan and a consumer loan? Number one, the collateral. What's a collateral? A collateral is a property that you pledge by a borrower to protect the interest of the lender. It means it is something that you give in deposit so that if you could not pay, then that person, the lender, the one to whom you owe the money, can get that as the collateral. Now, in business loan, a collateral can be a real estate, like for example, the land and the building itself, or it can be the equipment, furniture, fixtures, inventory, or personal assets of the business owners. I think this is very common among Filipino teleseries and telenovelas. Whenever the father goes bankrupt with the business, the whole family also suffers because the ref was being taken by the bank, the house was taken by the bank, the car, and everything that the owner owns. It's because the father or the business owner made it as the collateral for the loan. While if it's a consumer loan, the collateral can be any real estate. So for example, we have heard of land titles, that one. The land titles for collateral, it's different from prenda, okay? It's not prenda. It's the collateral, a guarantee, a payment in case you could not pay your loan. Second, guarantor. A guarantor is someone who will pay for your loan in case I could not pay my loan. For business loans, the business owners will have to sign as loan guarantors. So for example, Jollibee Corporation. If Jollibee Corporation could not pay, then the business owners will automatically pay personally. How about for consumer loan? No need for guarantors. For some, they will just ask you for reference personnel to call with in case you could not pay your loan. Third, documentation. So what documents do you need to present? For business loans, you need to present your credit report, your tax returns, and your last 3 years of financial statement to check that your company is still not going towards bankruptcy. That is to check that your corporation or your company is still able to pay that loan. For consumer loans, we are required a credit report or tax returns. Or sometimes they say they check your bills and their statement of accounts. It depends on what's required. Next is the term. How long? For business loans, that's a shorter term, but with higher interest rate. But for consumer loan, it could take a longer term than business loans. For the follow-up, for the business loan, they need to have annual reviews to check how the company is still going and if the company is still able to pay for the money. While for the consumer loan, there's no further follow-up once the loan is released. Why is this so? Because typically in consumer loans, the amount of money being loaned is just minimal. But for business loans, the loan goes to millions and billions even. Excuse me for a while. Now we're back. I'm really sorry. I'm not that well this time. I just need to record so you could spare time to answer your modules and online quizzes. Next one, let's define our terms. Amortization of a loan. If you say amortization, it means repayment of the loan in equal installments. Like for example, you went to Home Credit and then you loan a cell phone. Then the person will say, ma'am, you need to pay 600 pesos every month for 1 year. To check on that is what we call amortization of a loan. The whole amount, together with the interest, is being divided into different period of payments. So you need to check because sometimes it's very inviting. Like for example, a laptop costs 40,000 pesos. And then that person will say, ma'am, apply na sa Home Credit. Anyways, if you have in Home Credit 0% interest, and then you will only pay 3,000 pesos per month for 2 years. then you will say, 3,000, that's affordable compared to the 40,000. Then you want to take it because the amortization is just low. But sometimes you need to compute. You see, that's 3,000 per month times 12 months. So in a year, I will pay 36,000. But remember, the loan is to be repaid in 2 years. So times 2, that's 72,000 compared to the 40,000 cash, the spot cash price. That's why we need to be very careful that I'll that, okay, I'll get it because it's just cheap. But you need to compute how much is the interest of this. The ad might say 0 interest, but once you'll compute it, it's not 0 interest actually. Next, add-on rate. The interest added to the loan amounts arrive at a total amount to be repaid in each payment period. Now, how do we compute for the add-on rate? That's going to be required amortization times the number of payment periods minus the original loan amount over the original loan amount. That is your add-on rate. What's the add-on rate? You say 0 interest. That's the add-on rate. To compute for the monthly amortization, there are 2 ways. First is original loan amount times 1 plus add-on rate over number of monthly payments. Or let's have method number 2, the monthly add-on plus the monthly principal. So this is your monthly add-on plus loan amount over number of monthly payments. Let's have a sample problem. Suppose Sophia wanted to buy a car worth 1.2 million. She gave a 40% down payment for a 5-year loan. So the bank offered a 22% add-on rate. How much should Sophia pay today and how much amortization every month for the next 5 years? The amount that Sophia will pay for today refers to the 40% down payment. And the amortization every month is the payment every month for the next 5 years. Remember that. Let's compute for the down payment. That's 1.2 million times 40%, right? So 40% is 480,000. So this is now the down payment of Sophia. Now, to check, let's now have our monthly amortization. How to compute for the monthly amortization? It's going to be loan amount times 1 plus add-on rate, as we place 8% only, over number of monthly payments. Sorry. Remember that 480,000 was already paid. So what was the remaining money for the loan? We subtract 40,000 from 1.2 million. Therefore, the money being loaned is only 720,000. That is the loan amount. Times 1 plus the add-on rate, 1 plus 0.22, so 1.22. Divided by, remember the payment will be made for 5 years, times 12 months per year. So there will be 60 monthly payments. You multiply that, Sophia needs to pay 14,640 per month. Any questions? If there's no question, we could go to the next problem. Excuse you first. Let's go to problem number 2. Suppose you apply for a 50,000 loan to be repaid in 6 months. If the monthly add-on rate is 1.20%, how much is the monthly amortization? Now, for this problem, you notice that it's specified that the add-on will be monthly with an add-on rate of 1.20%. With that one, we need to compute first for our monthly add-on rates. So for our add-on rate, that's going to be 50,000 multiplied by 0.012, or that's 1.20%. If you multiply that one, you will get an answer of 600 pesos. It means that your add-on will be 600 pesos per month. How about for the principal? With that, you need to divide the 50,000 loan by 6 months. So you will get 8,333.33 per month. Since we're looking for a monthly amortization, you need to add your add-on rate with your principal per month. So adding 600 per month, so 8,333.33, we'll get 8,933.33 per month. If you don't have any questions, you can proceed to the next part of this lesson. Now, in a loan transaction, you need to consider 4 factors. The first one is the cash price. The cash price is the price being paid at one time of the purchase. For example, you're going to pay to have a cell phone and the cash price is 10,000, or for some, they call it the spot cash. Second is the down payment. The down payment is a portion that you need to pay first before availing the loan. For example, it's declared that you need to have a down payment of 20% or of 20%. Then you need to pay that. Next is the amount financed. If you'll have 10,000 and the down payment is 3,000, the 7,000 there is the amount financed. It's a total amount granted by a lending institution to pay off the balance. And the last is the installment price. The installment price includes the installment payments, finance charges, and also the down payment. Now let's go to the 5 C's of credit. This is how lending institution will assess whether you're worthy to be borrowed with such amount. The first C is character. It talks about your reputation. It talks about your credit history, your financial competency, your attitude towards paying off your loan. The next C is capacity. How able are you to pay your loan? For example, if you will have a loan of 1 million, are you capable enough to pay such loan? Next C is capital. If it's in your company, they need to check after all your liabilities and your assets been deducted, how much capital is left behind. The next C is collateral. It means what can you offer in order to guarantee the lender the security of your loan transaction. In case you cannot pay, then what can you offer? And the last C is the condition. It talks about your commercial terms of the loan transaction, the principal amount, interest rate, and your term of. So before you'll have your loan, be sure to check if you have these 5 C's. character, capability, capital, collateral, and conditions. Next, let's go to problem number 3. Franco Tristan Remittance Business purchased 30 laptops in an installment plan to support its remittance operations group with 100,000 down payment and 12 payments of 80,000 for the remaining of 800,000. What is the installment price of the laptops? Now remember that the installment price is the down payment plus your series of monthly payments. Here, your down payment is 100,000. You add your monthly payment of 80,000 multiplied by 12 months. So for 12 months, you have paid 960,000. You add your 100,000 down payment, it will amount you to 1,060,000. This is the installment price of the 30 laptops. Second question, how much interest rate was charged if the cash price of the 30 laptops is 900,000? To compute for the interest rate, that will be the installment price minus the cash price over the remaining balance. So your installment price of 1,060,000, you subtract the 900,000 cash price, divide it by the remaining balance of 800,000. Let's use our calculators to check. Using your calculator, you will have 0.2, or it means that the interest rate is at 20%. Next, let's go to the third question. How much is the interest that the business paid per month? Remember, in our lesson 4.1, interest is equal to principal times rate times time. Our principal is 800,000. Our rate is at 20%, and our time is 1/12 because it's going to be paid per month. So with that one, let's use our calculators for that. That's 800,000 times 0.2 times 1/12. It will give us 13,333.33 per month. The last question, how much from the principal loan was deducted per month? Remember that in a month, your payment is divided into 2. You are paying for the interest, and you're also paying for the principal amount. So if you are paying 80,000 per month, the 13,333.33 of that goes to the interest. What's left? The amount left, 66,666.67, is the amount that you are paying for the principal. Any questions? Feel free to message me in Telegram. If you don't have one, then this ends our lesson for today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.